Hi, connections. I'm going to pull from the energy and see what's going on in alignment today to start off this wonderful week. Let's see what's all going on. I'm going to start off with the Eightfold Path to see where the mind is at, which is intriguing. This is a little extra bonus. We got the life cycle that was already sitting over here, but I must have laid it over on top of it. I look up and I see life cycle. I see life cycle. It's going to be a pattern. Ay, ay, ay. It could be a pattern. Be going through a pattern. So that feel like that's funny. It actually, that's a true statement. I know it's a true statement. I just even got awareness for myself as into I'm in the middle of a realm of what I left out of, but entering into something new. And when my other translator told it to me, I was like, "Oh my Jesus, how intriguing! That makes a lot of sense. Why I still keep running into the same people. It's almost like a testy energy, which I have came out, I have translated that like you're being tested to see how you handle things. It's the same aspect. How do you deal with those situations? Those are important part. Do you stay? Do you react the same way? Do you act a fool? It's a cycle. That's self confirmation in every form. That's funny. But how can I want to explain that energy? And everybody have a toxic energy to them. I'm not explaining it at the moment. It's still new, but this is what it reminds me of. And I just got confirmation for myself. Like, oh my Jesus, you're in the middle of what you just left out of and what you're like headed new into. But it's a lesson in there. Oh, the mind is on right livelihood. Speaking of cycle, that's funny. That's funny. Right livelihood. Your mind is on right livelihood. So obviously you're taking these lessons very well. Wherever you're chuggling to on this cycle, it's gonna be great. It's just definitely feel like an energy of it's the same cycle. I keep running into the same people, eating the same places. So you gotta like a normal day routine. It's the same cycle over and over and over. It's a pattern. Sometimes that can drive you crazy. Now we got two for this one. Your mind is headed to right effort and right view, and they both green base. Right livelihood is red base. Where your mind is headed to is the right effort and right view. They're both green base. Just feel like a love base. It's intriguing. I actually took a picture today of myself. And it's funny because I was going to delete it just because I just wanted to take a picture of myself just because I like seeing myself. And I'm a person who can just go back and read myself. That's why I even like recording myself because I go back and I just watch myself and I be a whole message within just the way I look while I'm expressing what I got on. I can't hide none of my emotions. It'd be intriguing. It'd be intriguing. And it's just amazing how it plays out later on. Some people say pictures make me paranoid. It's the same type of concept. You can relive it all over again or recognize signs. Like it'd be a whole message. It's intriguing, honestly. But it's not surprising. That's how I do my work in journal. That's how I can be a tarot reader is images or words. It's like it plays back out later on. It's intriguing. I can just do it with myself and it'd be so intriguing, honestly. Um, what made me say that? What made me just say that? Oh, love bait. I took a picture. And I was like, oh, this is cute. But it had two hearts on it. Like it was like two hearts connected together. I feel like this could be this energy. The right effort and right view. This could be rekindling something or you actually meeting somebody. It's love based for sure. Guaranteed. Right livelihood is a blood base. Almost like DNA, but it's a lot of angles to that aspect when I speak of that. But it's definitely a blood base. And just because you love somebody don't mean that your blood base, y'all. It could be totally different. But the love is there, if that makes sense. We're gonna see what the universe got from us and pull from the 12 universal laws and see what's going on. Standing out. Right? Like that. I haven't finished talking about what I was talking about either. Ay, ay, ay. Pretty much summed it up, though. This pattern. It's a pattern. But it's testing energy for sure. That's a lot, Jesus. A lot going on a Monday. But we're going to take it and rock with it because I'm taking it as all good. Start off with right livelihood. Going to swoop on over to right effort and right view. Speaking of green. The law of rhythm. That's lovely. That's super lovely. Who's this, Jesus? The law of polarity. Just let this go with cause and effect. You won't know it. It's flipped over where you won't know what it is until later on. You won't realize it was off energy. It's cause and effect all day. Did you come out? You didn't come out. This feels like it. And then the law of perpetual flipped over too. It's transmission of energy. I think I said that right. Transmission of energy, transferring of energy. Yeah. This cause and effect all day. Where are you at in the deck? I gotta go dig you out really quick. This is important energy. Who are you by? Action is in reverse. I knew it was cause and effect. Somebody didn't act on something. It's a delay of the energy. Or the action didn't go the way that you expect. Because you, as I said before, you won't recognize it was because of energy. Something led to a domino effect. I don't know if I should even say domino effects. I don't feel like it fell over. It could have. It depends on the energy. Ay, ay, ay. Very intriguing. That's a blind spot. Who's in front of that? The law of compensation. The law of compensation. Then the law of cause and effect. Then the law of action is in reverse. Then the law of action got creativity on it. It's orange base. It's your sacral chakra. Either somebody did not take action or the action didn't go the way that you expected. Or you didn't do it. I was expected. However it go. It's messing with the law of polarity. Though we have the law of rhythm too, which is the mind. That's funny. You got your heart chakra going. You got energy in the dark, as you ain't gonna know that it's coming from energy in the dark. It could be your spouse. You can communicate with your spouse in the dark. Or a loved one. That's funny. The way I'm looking at it now. Haha. This is chakra based all day. This is chakras to the fullest. That's funny, awesome. Look, heart chakra, law of rhythm. The law of polarity is black is in the dark. You're not seeing it. Then it goes right to the crown chakra, which is the law of vibration. Then you got your solar plex, which is the law of perpetual. And it's coming off like in the dark energy. Your strength is coming off in the dark. It's funny because my Pikachu bag keep catching my attention. Because it's black and yellow. I even got black on today. I might be part of this alignment where it's like I'm the strength, but you're not seeing me. You're gonna surely feel it. You can't hide energy. It comes right through the air. Very intriguing energy. I want to see what zodiac is influencing this energy. influence in this energy. Transmutation of energy. That feels so important. And I put all the universe on top of life cycle on top. I did it again. That's how I started off. I had placed the cards right there, and I picked it up and seen the life cycle, and I put it right back on top of it. That transmutation of energy is catching my attention. Feels so important. Virgo, darling, you on the scene. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Virgo pop out. Lovely. For a minute. Before Virgo season even came up this year. Are we still about to say we're still in Virgo season? No, we're in Libra season, I believe still. Yeah, we're still in Libra season, then we go over to Scorpio. But Virgo was just popping out every day faithfully. It was amazing. And Virgo back on the scene again with this energy. Then it's going with right livelihood and right view. Ah ha ha. Guess who's next? Guess who's next? Libra pops up. I feel like this is definitely this is a balance. This is rekindling. Or it's meeting somebody for sure. Oh damn, we're gonna see who paired. Oh, nigga Pisces. Oh my Jesus. This is perfect. That's so perfect. Let's still see who paired up. Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini, and Aquarius is paired up. It's in the air. It's the air. It's reflective. Then this is a perfect balance. This balance is ridiculously perfect. This balance is ridiculously perfect. You go from in the air to receiving it to it's a frequency. The frequency is having you catch it. It is actually operating like Pisces energy because y'all could be going two different ways, but you're still receiving where you're going to be operating like you're one, like that Gemini behavior. That's perfect. And it's the air. It's in the air. Hello, spooky season. It's always spooky season because we are in October. Everybody think of having behavior like this, like, oh, it's everyday life. But seriously, I already was feeling it. Like, this is in the air. It's coming through the air. The universe said that. The zodiacs is just backing it up. Definitely with Aquarius and Gemini. That's two airs. Who is this ruling planet? Mercury and Uranus. I feel like this is a new start. That's why this energy came through before. And it's definitely going with the lessons. When you receive information, what do you do with it? Do you respond back? Like, I'm feeling a certain, I want to call this person, but somebody should just recently said that to me. I don't want to be bugging you or seem like I'm bugging you. That is so weird. Like, you ain't been called at least one time. How could you even be thought of bugging? Just weird. You have to act on it. It's important. Or it becomes delay. It could be that action in reverse. You received the message to call, but you didn't. No action. It's like the energy is there all day. This is a lot of almost like telepathy energy. It's like it's another word I want to use. It's taking me right back to that energy of cause I remember the movie this time, Jesus. Godzilla, the New Empire. No, Godzilla versus something, the New Empire. I can't remember what it was versus, but it's a new aspect. But it's a concept where they went. These scientists was one of the scientists adopted a child or took in a child, but that child belonged to a whole group that actually operated airwavely. They didn't have to speak or like do no like sign language or nothing. They just tapped in with each other. Energy just operating all day. The physical form, like I always say, which is the irrelevant part, was irrelevant because they didn't do sign language. They just communicated, just letting the air do the air. But they understood each other. That's the intriguing part, and that's how I normally operate for the most part. But this is this all day, all day. Like, jeez, it's a lot of communication. But are you acting on it? If you're not acting on it, it's acting. It's like it's not happening, even though it's happening. Then that's where it's just thinking how to explain that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that no more than that. Other than it's beautiful, but if you're not acting on it, that's where the problems come because it's like it's delays. But it's intriguing because I can kind of understand it to an extent. Definitely, if you grew up with this type of energy, but you weren't around people who understood this energy, you can be correct about everything you saying or doing, and they tell you you're wrong. It makes you start contradicting yourself, if that makes sense. But this is time to act on what you are feeling because it's going through. It's going through. It makes me think of this song called Paradise. Paradise. But in the video, this elephant, well, it was a person dressed up like an elephant. And then eventually they wound up finding then all the oh my God, words. Come on now. Operate with me. Come on, words. Operate with me. Jeez, Weezo. But anywho, at the end of the video, wind up stumbling across the kind just like him. Like he was traveling by himself, and he had a costume like an elephant. So I'm gonna say an elephant found, the other herd of elephants just like him. They were so happy, and they were just ah. It's that type of an energy, or it will be. That's the new start you're headed into. It is resonating. It feels just like that doggone movie. Cause she was in school, she wasn't. I'm thinking of the movie. The girl who got adopted, she was from somewhere else. Something happened, but I can't really honestly remember. But she wound up coming back with the lady who was the scientist who raised her. But something happened where she had to go back to that area. And she took the girl with her, which was great. She did because they needed her for a certain time. But it's the whole concept. She wasn't resonated with nobody where she was at. Because nobody else operate that way. Most people, you going to have to tell me what you feeling. I'm not no mind reader. This energy, you are a mind reader. That's how you thrive. That's exactly what you are. That's exactly what you are. But it's not like with everybody energy. It's your people. It's your kind that does it. I ain't gonna tell y'all who this parrot was. Pardon me. Sagittarius, Aquarius, Cancer, and Taurus. Ah, lovely. I'm with the moon. I got 2 files. I've been paired up with fire a lot. It's a lot of enlightenment. I am so stuffy, Jesus. Make sure I ain't getting a leaking. I'm okay at the moment, but just a little stuffy. And then the overall energy would be Leo and Scorpio. Fire and water again. Can't get enough of that. And it's raining too. Oh, lovely. That's great. I have to think about that, Jesus. Well, I did eventually, but that's great. Being paired up with Cancer, with it being water, it's raining. That's great. It's really, really important. Then the overall energy is Scorpio. That's water based too. And the sun. That's two different emotions on top of that. Either you are definitely in a standout energy, or you think of rain. You could be doing rituals right now. You could be relaxing. You actually could be feeling really sad and emotional right now. Definitely with a lot of awareness coming through. Got the Cancer energy out, ruling planet the moon. Sometimes people think the work that we do, definitely me, and the energy that's coming through is always pleasant. No, sometimes it be. It's lovely to have to give. Sometimes it is scary because it'd be a lot of cricket and painful things going on. So it's not like always just. It's such a blessing to have this gift. It is. I will never complain. It's just it can have you sad and emotional, for sure. Depending on what's going on, what you're receiving. Then on top of that, it's holiday time. You have to remember that part too. It's holiday time. Intriguingly, people be sad during the holiday time. And that's what I'm hoping that I don't really catch too much into, honestly. I've been doing quite good, but normally, before I learned what was going on with me, I normally be sad every holiday. And it's not because of me. I personally be fine, but out of nowhere, I'm sad. Picking up on somebody else's sad energy. There's so many sad people during the holiday time. It's intriguing to me. It's mainly because they're lonely. That lonely card is an intriguing aspect. Because what flatters me within that energy is they normally people who have people though. Like me, I swear I'm like a really lonely person. Other individuals who say they're lonely, they come off like they got tons of friends, got family, and they be lonely. How? I know how, the shit ain't real. They don't like the people they're around, but uh, I, it's that energy. Somebody's definitely gonna be in that energy. I hope I'm not one of those ones. I said I hope I'm not one of those ones. Jesus, that's a very painful energy. It's hard to get out of that energy, that sad energy. It make me think. Have you ever watched Emotions? It's it actually came out with this decade one. I actually went and watched it. It was so good. I really like it a lot. But how sadness, it was like, I'm gonna keep you in this. You stay. And she made a circle and she like, you stay right in here, sadness. Like, stay there, sadness. But for somebody, that might be somebody like, oh my Jesus, I can't get out of sadness. Sadness resided with me. And for them, I'm just gonna say, even if it is myself, because I'm one who picks up that energy in the type of situation I'm in right now, I have a good chance of catching into that energy. Mm. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. It's hard to even say I could because I feel so. I just have a positive mind. I always see the good in things, but it's just the whole fact of, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that energy. I really don't. I just know that that energy is lingering. It has a good chance if it's coming. It's holiday time. Luckily, we still are like in Halloween time where people mostly just is here or there. But Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, all sad. All sad for the most part. Most majority of people are sad or upset, which goes back to sad. It's never really just woohoo, yay. People be sad. It's mainly from lonely energy. That's a contagious energy. I need to read from Gaia. It's raining. I don't feel like where my mind is at right now. That energy drive me crazy. 11 of air. I said I don't like it. I'm serious. I'm trying to change the subject really quick. But I had to touch on that energy because it's coming. I would try to figure out how to deal with it, but I guess some things you just have to deal with. If it comes upon you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. That's something I've learned is it's for a reason. There's some awareness that you need, even if it's having to figure out why you feel lonely. Like for me, I had to learn, oh, this ain't my energy. This is not my energy. This is me picking up on other people's sad energy. They're sad. So normally I just learned to send out positive stuff. Like, that's all I do during the holiday time. I just thrive off sending out positive stuff. Which that's what I normally do, but since I don't actually have a family base, I spend my time catering in that form of way where I just send out positive stuff all the time, so they feel connected and loved and cared for, and cared for. It's important. And it makes me feel good too, but it's just something that I've learned to do on my part during that time. So yeah, I do a lot of posting during that time. Just to feel connected, it's important. Speaking of many connections that we have, people still feel disconnected. I think that's the overall people energy they want is to feel heard. Feel heard and accepted and cared for, if that makes sense. But we got the 11 of air. Speaking of air, you got body slash mind. I want to read the keywords: imagination, reality, fact, opinion, body, mind, open mind, and narrow mind. Very intriguing. Be open minded and questioning. You are only limited by your mind. That's what I mean. Do respond to what you are feeling. It's important, even if you have to make a journal. Like you might not have nobody to talk to. Make a journal, write it down, text yourself. If you don't like have money to go get a journal, or you just it's too much to carry around or something like that. Most people have a phone. Jot it down in your messages to yourself. It's important. Or make a video. That's your therapy. Send it out in that form. Um, it's just another way I could think of. That's the only quick ways I could think of at the moment that will actually benefit in the long run. If you actually don't have a person to actually talk to, because sometimes you can get the answers from yourself if you just listen. That's the whole part of meditating. You sit, you and receive, but what are you actually receiving from yourself, which is your guidance? But that's once again a here or there. I go with that, isn't it? A fact or opinion. That could be a fact or an opinion. Some people say that wasn't me. I received it from somebody else. Then who figure out who that person is? Then what is the connection to y'all too that you even can receive from something that you're not seeing, but that information that you get in is accurate. Figure that part out. That could be what this time is for. You know. How is your mind affecting your body? How is your body affecting your mind? I feel like something I had to work on that aspect. I've been eating a lot. And it's intriguing because I feel like it started ever since I went to a buffet. That's the intriguing part to me. And when I went to the buffet, it's not like I overate, like I never been to a buffet before. But ever since I went to that buffet, I've been on eat.com. And I like to eat. I don't eat too much. I even made a video before about I've been eating a lot, but I'm just enjoying myself. That's a true statement. But it's still the aspect of I didn't picked up eating. I have slowed down a little bit, honestly. I'm gonna get back working out and everything here. I'm gonna make a couple adjustments, but this is important to even figure out what is triggering you to eat. That's important. Like food is nothing but energy. And it's something that I've learned before. This is another lesson. Like we speaking of patterns, which I talked about in the beginning. Missing affection. Affection, when I don't get affection, I eat a lot. So that could be the same aspect. I'm missing affection, so this food, let's get it. We're going in. Let's get it. I can chuckle at it, but obviously during that process, it's not the funniest. Definitely if you're not aware of it. Um, I even feel a little sad now because that is sad a little bit, but I, how about I don't get to cry and I'm god dog on camera? Jesus, Lisa. Um, Jesus. Ay, ay, ay. I didn't think it bothered me that much. Jesus, Lisa. Honesty is intriguing, huh? but I got to crying, Jesus. I didn't know that bothered me so much. It's obvious it did. That's a really important aspect that I guess once I actually said it out loud and thought about it, it's like, oh, that's a problem, man. Intriguing. Very intriguing. I just need a little minute. That affection part. And speaking of that lonely part, that energy, it goes hand to hand. How do people respond during those times? Like me, obviously, I eat a lot. Um, other people that can do other things. Might start doing drugs, might just start being way too sexually active. It depends. It's levels. Ay, ay, ay. Affection. Lacking affection. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus. That's a hard aspect. I feel like I've been putting myself out there, and people, they just always disappoint. That's what it seemed like to me. Like, oh my Jesus. It's not like I would give up on like love or just meeting people, but I feel like each time I do attempt, it just be like, this was a waste of time, Jesus. Is this why I even be protected from even meeting people, or just they all be disappointments? It seemed like be disappointments. At least that's just what it seemed like, but it's not like I'm just desperate. Where it's like, this shoe have to fit. If it don't fit, it just don't fit. And I'm thankful for that part. You just gotta keep looking around. But it's just like I would say over about dating world, mingling world is a headache. The food is definitely much more pleasant, honestly. And that might be where the problem is at. You go on and build a whole relationship with food and just over people. Mm. Ay, 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 Jesus. Opinions are not facts. We can only change ourselves. See, now I can even go back to what I said there and said people disappoint me. Well, I always sometimes I have to go back and be like, what part could I have played? And I feel like, no, I believe it has nothing to do with me. It's just maybe how I respond to the situation, but I can never say if I did this then that wouldn't happen. It's just no. One thing I did was even opening myself up to receive some stupid shit. You know, that's the only thing that I can say that I did. But for others, yeah, you might need to go back and reevaluate yourself. I feel like I had years of evaluating myself where it's just like, no, I ain't the problem. It's just a lot of damaged people out here. I'm a little damaged too. I still got work to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but my mind is quite great. And they always say that too. That's what they always say. They be amazed at how I think. But what makes it drift off? I don't know. Lately, just weird behavior. I'm gonna give some examples. I'm gonna give some examples. First, which one I want to give example of first? I guess I can go in backwards order. I got invited to dinner. The food wasn't ready. that was fine, but it wound up becoming a whole argument because I needed to go and do something. Like I needed to leave and come back to do something. I was gonna come back. You know, the food cooking when I get back, the food gonna be ready the way I expected it to be. It turned into a whole weird argument where it was called where it got turned where I'm being disrespectful. I don't know how to be a friend. I'm running game and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? You know, like what just happened? It was so weird to me. It was so weird, but I was just like, hey, I'm glad I figured this out quickly. You're fucking bipolar. There's no way you're not fucking bipolar. You know, you already way too possessive in just a simple friendship where I'm coming back. It's not like I just said, I gotta go somewhere. I'm coming back. You know, it was weird. You know, the other aspect, I actually got invited to like a dinner, to lunch. You know, somebody invited me to go out and eat. I wound up having to pay for myself. Like I should have just took my goddamn self out like I normally do. Like it was just weird. Like how the hell did you invite me and I wound up paying for myself? Like I might as well took myself out like I normally do. This is a waste of time. A waste of fucking time. And the other ones, it just, I don't know. I don't know how to give examples of anybody else, but those are the last two that just were so extreme to me. Because this was just back-to-back days. Like yesterday, the day before yesterday. Just, what the fuck? And that's why they say damaged people. I don't know. It's not like I just expected him to pay, but it's just like if you invite me and I'm telling you my situation, like I'm going through it right now. I'm staying in the hotel. I got my own place. The least you would do is pay. And if you can't afford it, don't take me somewhere where it costs so much. Or just don't invite me out to eat, you know? Like, you can't fucking afford it. We could have just had a conversation and called it a fucking day. Or maybe not. Just called it a fucking day. Ay, ay, ay. We got the Eight of Earth. Manifestation, success, and accomplishment. Growth, abundance, and wealth. Lose the lack mentality. The outcome you need will manifest. That feels important. That makes me happy to know. Lose the lack mentality. The outcome you need will manifest. The Nine of Earth. Selfishness. How important are your material possessions? Heal self by helping others. Address any health concerns. What is it that you seek to gain from the act of giving? Oh, Jesus, one more. Healing. Speaking of that, I swear, I feel like I'm always in healing energy. Because I'm always having to heal. Which is great. It's a great aspect. But it's like, I feel like I'm always in healing. But I surely need some healing right now. Because my mind is just like, I want to get away. But when I get away, I'm still going to be lonely. That's the intriguing part. Yeah, I can escape. But it's like, what am I escaping? It's not like I'm trying to escape myself. I love myself. I have a great time by myself. Honestly. But it's like, even escaping, where are we going, man? Where are you going? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to feel lonely. That's the only thing I feel like I lack in is that aspect. But each time I feel like I'm gaining that aspect, it'd be a disappointment where it's like I was way more, I want to say safer, or just mentally more stable by myself. It's intriguing. But I do believe in timing. And I also got energy where I have to go and forgive. I feel like I made a mistake. I feel like I let go of the wrong person, but I didn't know better. But I feel like our energies, like over time, I learned it was our energies. Whatever our guidance was, they weren't feeling each other. Like that's a real thing, obviously. Because my energy was not fucking with his. My guidance was not fucking with his guidance. My guidance was not fucking with his guidance. And what made me think about that, I operate with Ouija a lot. That's part of my guidance. I thrive in that energy, which I feel like everybody does. It's just the lack of awareness to that is just intriguing. I don't think that's the same concept, but we're forever writing something down and signing something. That's just the eternal making their signature, okay? Like, sealing the deal. This is not really just you, but that's why they say those aspects are so important. Any type of contract aspects, signing things, they emphasize it's a serious concept. But he said he didn't like that concept. And it's like the audacity. Then you don't like me. I love texting because I know what I'm doing. I have actually time to process my emotions. I can actually go back and reread it like a doggone book. Like, all that be so important to me. And it sounds simple, but it's just something about our spiritual guidances. They were on two different pages. If that makes sense. And it's like, I don't ever want to go against my guidance. I will never ever go against my guidance. Obviously, that's why I dismissed his ass before I let go of my goddamn guidance or what I believe in or how I'm feeling. I let go of his ass. But I do miss him a lot, honestly. That I do. Which I even had to stop today and think, like, what is it that I miss about him? Like, what is it that I miss? Do I miss him just sitting on the toilet and shit? What do I what do I miss? Him being there. I miss him being there. That's what I miss. It's like, if I don't appreciate anything else, like that happens throughout the day, people just when at the end of the day energy wraps up and you're lonely, I miss that part of not being lonely. That's the intriguing part. And that part seemed to be the most important part to me as into. Oh yeah, I'm getting sad again. Ay, 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 Jesus. I'm on a road today. I'm on a road today. I'm get my little gloves so I can dab my little eyes. It's intriguing when you just. I don't know if I should even say it, but when it's like, you were wrong. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Maybe. 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 But I'm not explaining that no more other than what I was. Potential blockages. I go and deleted all his numbers. We only have one number, but I deleted his number. And I don't know how to find him, so now I just gotta wait or be a little creeper person and like just go lurking for him. But I feel like the same way I ran into him the first time, I run back into him again if it's meant to be. But it's just the whole aspect of what if that don't happen, you know? It's sad. But I guess, that's how you learn to appreciate things. See how quickly you dismiss that one next time. But if it ain't meant to be, it's just learning that aspect as to our energies. It's amazing how ancestor energy really can have beef with each other. Like, that's a real thing. I know it is. I lived it. That's what it was. To the fullest. And it's amazing how it can display kind of hard to explain more than I did, but if you see Tyon, tell him I miss him. Moving on. I played too much time, but I'm dead serious. Healing. Healing and release. Ooh, speaking of that, either you're healing or you're releasing something, which still comes back to be healing. A time to connect body and mind, spirit and soul. Shift your attention. Perpetual quest to improve. We disconnect from our bodies. That's just this energy. You're not using your body. This is not. Who is this? The healing energy. We disconnect from our bodies. There is often so much going on around us in our day-to-day lives that we disconnect from our body, our thoughts and emotions, to such an extreme that when somebody asks us, "How are you?" we automatically say, "I am well," regardless of our true feelings. You see me, I can't hide my emotions. I'm just over here just. Why are you so emotional, man? I'm missing affection. That's intriguing. It's not even that I'm lonely. That's the intriguing part. It's not lonely energy. That's the intriguing part. Affection and being lonely is two different aspects of energy. This is just like I don't have physical contact. This reminds me of something that I learned during COVID, when you had to be like 6 feet apart. You couldn't really be touching nobody. You weren't supposed to be touching nobody or being too close to somebody. I wound up watching a video that some people made, and it was called I hope I'm saying it right, skin affection, something like that. But the aspect of not actually touching somebody, like that interaction with humans or something else, is so important. Like if you don't get that, it mentally disturbs some things, you know. And obviously, I'm going through that, where it's just I didn't think it was so extreme as what it is. Obviously, I didn't know I was so bothered by it, even though I'm aware of it. It's just with me speaking on it at the moment, Mom, I'm getting teary and sad, even though I don't feel sad. It's just it's the emotion to lacking something, if that makes sense. The affection part. I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. I don't feel lonely. But I do know that I need affection. I do miss that part. It is intriguing because it's like, even if you get like compliments, like people like, I get told I'm pretty all the freaking time. You know, I get like compliments like that, but I guess that's like affection too. But that's different to me. That I already know that. I tell myself that all the goddamn time. You know, like, so for me, it's not the same aspect. But it might work for somebody else. But I might need to Google what affection means, because simple things like that. But for me, it's not genuine. I don't take when they say that like in a way where it's like, you know, because sometimes compliments, like, just actually I went to a bar lounge. I went to Little's bar, which it was great. I watched the game and won, but it was like, I showed it to me and I won. How lovely, you know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I see why I had that. Just smile for me. Be happy, you know. Um, it just is funny how that lesson came through for me. How Spirit was just stepping it by me. Because it literally came through for me in a way where I didn't understand, but it kind of made sense. I watched a motivator speaker, and the one I looked up was you versus you. That this is somebody that's just great, just like you know. Um, and it showed up, and it was a love-based concept. It was wholeness. It was wholeness. I am a love machine. I'm a love machine. That's intriguing. What happens when love don't get love or receive love? That always be the intriguing part to me. It almost come sometimes seem like people who, mm, people, I don't know. I'm gonna give an example of a reference. People say, "You ain't never experienced this. How you gonna tell me about this?" Or "You don't do this or that." It's one of those aspects. Like, I love, don't have love, but be teaching love. Because that's what I am. It's intriguing. It is just intriguing to me, but maybe that go with the aspect is lose the lack mindset, ma'am. You are totally loved. Maybe you're just viewing it wrong. You get affection all the time. But I say, don't get the line to me, spirit. You see me over here crying. What the hell you mean I got affection? Don't get the line to me. Ay, ay, ay. Um, let's go to worry less prayer. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go to worry less prayer. Don't get the line. You got a part of me. I'm having my moment where I'm actually having outbursts kind of at the moment. Get to talking to myself in third party. As to, spirit, don't get the line to me. Like, that's how I actually talk to my guidance and things like that. We have that type of relationship where I can be honest like that. Like, but that's actually like me literally talking to myself. Like, I'm not about to lie to myself. I know that I just had a goddamn breakdown. What do you mean you have affection? Obviously, something's going on. You're missing something. It's just when you have to always speak so positive. Like, you're not about to play with me today. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I feel like this is right on time because my nose about to get to running, my eyes is about to get the back leaking again. But it says, God rains blessings. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who has fulfilled with his hands what he promised with his mouth. 2 Corinthians 6:4. I feel like I need to read that again. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who has fulfilled with his hands what he promised with his mouth. 2 Corinthians 6:4. I'm believing in your promises to me. Lord, I know you'll rain down your blessings. Is that why I'm over here just boo-hooing? I'm not even boo-hooing. I'm just watering myself to an extreme level, crying. I'm gonna leave it at that because I feel like that's so beautiful. Just the title of it, God rains blessings, and it's actually raining today. And if you want to look this up more, it's in 2 Corinthians 6:4. I think I did like a whole live vision of the energy. Like, I explained it, even sad energy popped in the sad energy. Like, ma'am, you know, got my little sadness in there. Even though my sadness is not really sadness, mine is just a lacking. I guess I can be sad because anytime you like something, I guess it is sad, but I don't feel sad and I don't feel lonely. That's the intriguing part, I guess. Or maybe I'm in denial. Denial could be playing a part in it, but I don't feel sad. I actually feel quite good, honestly. It's just, once again, you can be distracted throughout the day. It's that when it's time to wrap it up, or if you really want to like just talk to somebody and you don't really have nobody to talk to, you have those reminders that you're lonely. It's that type of an energy. Um, and as I say, it's like it's getting close to like cuddle season or the holidays where people you start mingling with people. You think of like comfort and joy. Tied into comfort and joy. Mhm. Really intriguing. Hi, hi, hi. So that's been an energy, you guys. Have a great day.